Welcome to a new episode of The Graveyard Shift. Today, we're going to be talking about the entity that resides in every house. If you feel that you are often watched by someone, even though you are alone at home, it could be that your house has a penunggu. Some Penunggu Rumah are not malicious and are simply residing in your house, as they too are occupants. The malicious ones, however, will emit a dark aura and constant rancid smell. This being is also known to reside in abandoned houses. Now, let's talk about a viewer's experience. A newlywed couple was searching for a house in the Punggol area. Renovation works had to be done before they were able to move in. The contractor was a friend of theirs, and during the renovation period, the renovation crew were constantly disturbed by noises from the rooms. This would not be revealed until they eventually met for dinner after a few months. Once they moved in, they were constantly tormented by an entity in the house. Things would constantly go missing, and a foul odor would come and go, especially late at night. Some nights, the husband would return home late due to overtime, and the wife would be home alone. On one of those nights, the wife had just finished work at around 10 p.m. She noticed the house was empty and assumed the husband is still at work. She continued her usual routine and went to shower. As she was showering, she could hear plates moving. She assumed her husband was home. She called out to her husband. There was no response. She then called out again, telling him that she bought some food, in which he replied with, Once she was done, she went into the kitchen and saw nobody there. Instantly, she had goosebumps and marched right towards her room. That night, she did not dare to leave her room, as she could hear someone opening and closing the door in the guest room. Once her husband came back, she finally managed to calm down. Most of the encounters happened to the wife, which she recounted as seeing shadows moving and strange noises at night. On one fateful night, however, the husband would be the victim. His wife was staying at her mother's house for the night. Since he would be alone, he decided to work overtime longer than usual. After work, he headed home. As he exited the lift in his block, he claimed that he could already feel as if someone was watching him. He just ignored it and went home. Exhausted from overtime, he decided to sit on his sofa before showering. He accidentally fell asleep. He was suddenly awoken by something running towards him. He immediately woke up and there was no one there. He then started praying and went into his room. He told the wife about the accident and they decided to call an ustaz for help. The ustaz asked if they managed to cleanse the house before staying, to which they replied no. The ustaz explained that before staying, they should have recited a prayer at each corner of the house. He also instructed to constantly pray in the house, after which the disturbances started to reduce. That is it for this episode of The Graveyard Shift. Hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll see you again soon.